And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, August the 15th, 2020, Season 14, Episode 25. I'm Scott.
And I'm RJ.
And that's it. In fact, there you go, right there. Oh, by the way, I'm not certain on this number.
Really?
613?
Right.
Because I took the eraser and I erased this one, and this one, and then this one, and suddenly I couldn't remember. It's like, I know this is 25 because I messed with it, you know. I was getting the music together. I got them all sorted by things. So now I'm not sure if that's a 3. I got it all. It's fine. At home, it'll be correct, and we'll fix it for next week or whatever. Oh, wait, no, we won't. But yeah, all you got to do is look at the beginning of last week's video to see if it's the same, if it's 612 and I made it 613. I don't know.
If we were still making titles for episodes, we call it the misnumbered episode or something like that.
Yeah, right, exactly. We're not doing that. I don't know. Yeah, forgot about that. Well, it used to be hard to come up with titles, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It got a little difficult after a while. So, yeah, there we go. All set. Maybe. We'll see. What do we got going on? Oh, yeah. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228. You can't call in right now because the phones are, well, they're busied. I have to undo that. I'll do that during the break. Should have done that before we came on. But 334-272-9228 is the number to get in touch with us. Check out ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us if you'd like to. Find us on Twitter at InGameChat. Find us on Facebook at InGameChat. Find us everywhere. Email us, everyone, at In-Game Chat. It all works like that. Streaming right now on Twitch TV under the name In-Game Chat. Said, we're not really creative. You can find us there as well. You can join us in the chat room live while we broadcast, as has quite a lot of folks already. So, welcome to the show. Yeah, the stuff behind me, it's nothing but cleaning solution. There's alcohol, there's isopropyl alcohol, you know, and then Windex. And there's 2 bottles of
electrolyte solution?
Yeah. Stuff you're oh god, there's another name for it. It's not electrolyte solution.
Gatorade.
It's something you take after a
laxative.
No.
No, okay.
It's something you take after a night of heavy drinking to help you deal with the hangover the next day. That's not what they're drinking, but that's not why they're drinking it.
Okay.
And then we got the Lysol, and then a trusty bottle of water back there, and the switch, and then just stuff. So, anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and I see Conciliator is in the chat room again. Daniel is there. So, Drunk says he digs the otter shirt. Why, thank you very much. I dig it as well. Who else is in the chat room? Do I have the list here? I guess no. See, it's really weird. when I go to see who's in the chat room, it gives me a list, and there's people there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not everybody that's there.
I got 7. You got less than that?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you're right. I do have 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know why I thought, but it doesn't always. I don't know, populate for me. Because sometimes I'll see somebody say something in the chat room, and then when I go to see who's listed, that name is not there.
Not there, yeah.
So, anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Show note is that there will not be a show next weekend. So no show next weekend. Just to keep, we'll run a replay of some sort, or we'll let the guys who come on after us have the 2 hours if they want them. But yeah, so no show next weekend. So there's that. Starting off with what we've played, it is, because we're only about 15 minutes into the hour here. RJ, I know what you played because you've been posting to our Facebook page. By the way,
Yes.
If you go and like us on Facebook and that sort of thing, you'll see our posts. And we really do. We don't spam a lot of things. Like we post, we don't spam at all. We do basically one post a week, which is the show. When we tell you that it's ready for you to download or go watch on iTunes or listen to or that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. There's that. And then maybe, we'll post something in the middle of the week or just something random will be up there. And that's very rarely. Mm-hmm. However, RJ has been posting recently and really not helping to scratch my itch to want to play Ghosts of Tsushima. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
No?
Close enough.
It's like Tsushima. Sushi. Ma. Mm-hmm. Tsushima.
Yeah, but you would make a mistake.
What did I say?
Ghosts.
Oh, it's just Ghost.
Ghost of Tsushima.
God, gets me on technicality. All right.
It's part of your charm.
Samurai game.
Yeah.
I want to play Samurai Assassin's Creed. Mm-hmm. Basically. And so which honestly, watching some of the videos, and they're not long videos at all, just really
I
quick.
didn't want them like too long.
Yeah, just like here's the point, there you go. Mm-hmm. So yeah, watching those videos, all of them that you posted, mm-hmm. From just even the most mundane of things, I get a huge Assassin's Creed vibe off of it. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway. That's what you've been playing?
Yeah, that I posted on Facebook. I finally got through with it. I beat the game and I platinumed it. It's been a long time since I've done that.
You platinumed?
Platinumed, yeah. Got all the trophies for it. So
does that mean you're done with the game?
Not quite. I mean, I haven't. I thought there was going to be like a new game plus mode.
Does that mean I can borrow your copy?
Yeah, but I didn't get to. I thought there was going to be a new game plus mode or something like that, but. Maybe
really, there's not.
No,
like
it's just the save file you got and new game. So start over from scratch. So I'll probably get a taste of what lethal mode is like. I did play a little bit. I restarted the game all over again and started playing on lethal mode, and it is exactly what it says. Like one strike, most likely will kill you. So you got to be real up on your defense in that part of the game. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much all she wrote for that. But if something else comes out, DLC probably down the line, I'll jump on that. But right now, it's just going around and cleaning up stuff, doing little things here and there, or trying to get more videos or screenshots and things of that nature. Because it's a robust camera mode in that game. You can get a whole lot of screenshots and filters and little 1-minute videos you can make clips and GIFs out of if you want to, things of that nature, all that type of stuff. So I'm still having fun with it.
Looks like a beautiful game. I can't wait to play your copy.
Mm-hmm. No, you want to? Yeah.
I can't wait to play your copy on my 4K.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be nice
with the PS4 Pro and everything. Yeah. I can't wait to check that out in HDR. I imagine that game's in HDR. I would have to say. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man was beautiful. Last of Us 2 was just beautiful. Mm-hmm. There was a scene I was in last weekend. When I played some, and it was gorgeous. It was a gorgeous shot, and I can only imagine how many people have been like, "Ooh, I'm going to go into photo mode and just take a ton of pictures of this." I didn't do that, but I did kind of break from tradition and save my game on a different save file. I'm not big on the whole. I have the auto save that the game does itself,
right,
and then I have my own save.
Yeah,
and every time I play and I'm ready to stop, I overwrite that save. I never keep a bunch of saves on standby or whatever.
Yeah, the only time I've done the multiple save thing is I did one for Ghost of Tsushima Ghost where there's a decision you have to make near the.
That's a good one to have.
End.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's and you can save anytime you want. So just before that decision, I made a restart. I just made a new save file and went from there. And there is a difference, but depending on what decision you make, it's what you get at the end. So I was able to see what you get for each decision you make. Not really a big difference, but it's there.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around. I'm thinking that there's no way I can get the other thing unless I play all over again. From what I'm seeing so far. So that's the only time I really do the multiple saves for one game.
I think for everybody that's watching, I should do. No, that won't work.
What you got?
Trying to see how I can make it so I'm talking to you. They've been talking in the chat room how our screens are opposite, so our backs are to each other.
Yeah.
On the thing, which I could switch.
No, you can fix it during break. There's a lot of things we need
I
to
can fix it whenever
break.
I want to. Do it now if I felt like it. Tell me what to do. Can I borrow your game? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I really had put Ghost of Tsushima. I screwed it up. I'd kind of put it on the back burner. I kind of thought, it doesn't look interesting. But then I've been seeing these little clips and things like that. And I'm like, that looks fun.
Yeah,
looks a little fun.
That's the thing I hear about. A lot of people having a lot of fun with the game.
Yeah. Anything else? You played anything else?
I played a little bit of Phantasy Star Online 2. Episode 4 came out recently, and I finally got the crack into that. The story has gone a really odd tangent. For some reason, the story is now taking place instead of...
I don't necessarily know that I would have... if you'd put Phantasy Star in front of me, and then put Phantasy Star 2 in front of me, I don't necessarily know I would have been able to tell the difference. Only I've never played the games.
Yeah.
And so I have no idea what kind of story they tell. I have no clue.
Well, it's always taking place.
Isn't there dancing and something going on? Don't they dance or something?
In 2, there's a concert or something you could attend to get a boost in in something. But no, what I'm saying is it's taking place on modern day Earth for some reason. So some story element that came out of nowhere to me. So I'm gonna have to go through that and see what it was all about. Other than that, played something in my backlog that I didn't get to play for a while. A shoot 'em up called Caladrius Blaze on my PS4, anime style vert shooter, bullet hell. Basically.
Yeah, of course.
Game. So,
but I was like, I haven't heard of this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think when it came out. A few years ago, but
I need to find music for this.
But yeah, I played a bit of that vert shooter bullet hell type game, and things about vert shooters, they always have some type of a quirk or mechanic that works in there that makes it stand out from the rest of the crowd.
Yeah.
The one in this is you have 4 different types of shots, and you just have to utilize them in the best way possible to get through each stage. You got your normal shot, your offensive shot, your support shot, and your defense shot. Your defense shot is the one that keeps the bullets from hitting you, but you can't hold it forever. You got to hold it for a certain time. You got to gauge on each one, so you can't really abuse it or spam it.
Yeah,
like you want to. So you have to really manage your resources in a very good way in this game to be successful. But it's pretty good. It's a pretty good time overall. Playing through that and having multiple playthroughs to unlock all the gallery and the artwork and the voices and everything like that. So I'll be probably doing some more time with that throughout the week.
Games I played this week were what did I play? I played more Last of Us 2. Put some time into that last weekend, and
Said you made progress this time. Right?
made a good bit of progress.
Okay.
I had made a good bit of progress last time, and made a good bit more progress this time. Apparently, it's a very long game in which you only really do make a little bit of progress as you go. I don't really know where to tell you where I'm at, or to tell any. And when I say you, I don't necessarily mean you. Just anybody where I'm at, where I'm not going to spoil something. I can tell you that I thought the game was over, and then it's not. And if you listen to me with what I said about the photo mode earlier, and seeing some really beautiful scenery, you probably have a good idea if you played the game of where I'm at. And just like, this is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Yeah, just keeps going. Game just keeps going. Now I feel like it feels a little bit like a lengthy epilogue. But I don't know. Again, the situation that I'm in warrants a spoiler episode of nothing but like we're gonna no hold. There's nothing. We're just gonna throw it all out there.
If you don't know by now, you should anyway. So here we go.
And I mean, I want to do that, and maybe we'll set that up for because I'm getting close. I feel like I'm getting close, and so maybe we'll set that up in the coming weeks. And originally I was going to do it to where we off air type thing, but I feel like I want to do it on air, and because I do want the input of everybody else that's played it,
right?
And I want to talk to them about it. So we may look into doing something like that. So, yeah. So I played that. I played more. I mean, Animal Crossing, or like I said, I call it maintenance the game. I didn't buy turnips this week.
Oh, how'd you make money?
I didn't need to. I'm good. I still got 27 million, but I'm good. I'm fine for now. But I just know that if I do need it, all I got to do is Sunday buy bells, and then through the week sell them. That's it. If I ever need money, I can make it very, very fast. It just takes that one thing to do. So there's that. I got through. I'm up to my B class license on Burnout Paradise.
Okay. What's the top? S?
Is it? I don't know. I can't remember. I've got it on my Xbox 360.
I mean, it usually is something like that. Anytime letter grades are put into play, it's always something with S.
I can't remember. I'll let you know though.
Okay.
I got to do 25 more events to get to the next class. And then once you get to that class, you got to do a certain amount, and then once you're done with that, every time I don't know if you played any Burnout Paradise at all. No. So you start out with a low class, I think a D class driver's license, and you need to do 1 or 2 events or 5 events, maybe. I think it's 5. You got to do like 5 events.
Win or participate?
Win. No.
Win. 5
you
events.
have to. Everything has to be won.
Okay.
You cannot come in second to anything. You have to come in first. If you do a burning route, which is a time attack type thing, go from this point to this point in this particular car under this amount of time. You got to do that to finish it. If you do a race, you better come in first. Otherwise, the race it cancels, and it's like, oh, maybe better luck next time. Yeah. Road rage, marked man, stunt run, all that stuff. You got to do it. You got to make it happen. And every time you upgrade your license, the entire map gets cleared. So, with the exception of the time attack stuff,
okay,
that stays the same. That never gets cleared because they're specific to the car that you use, and it's just you against the timer. So they don't make you do those things again. Thank God. I hate time attack modes in almost any game. But any races that you've done and completed, those all get cleared again, so you can do them again. And so, what is it, like 5 for the first one, and then I think 10 for the next one, 15 for the next one, 25 for the next one, up into, I don't know how many they got, but there's a ton. And then when you get up there and get finished, you have to do the entire thing, the entire map, to get the whatever license that they give you. I don't know what it is. So, it's not my first time doing this.
Yeah.
Just played this game so many times across so many consoles, the remasters and everything else, and I love it. I never want to. I wish they would do more. I wish they would. I'm scared of them doing more now. I feel like EA has gutted them. Criterion Games. EA has gutted them enough that whatever they would try to do, because it doesn't have that team that was there and did that.
Yeah.
It would kind of be a shell of its former self type thing, maybe. I don't know. I welcome the opportunity. I'm one of those type of people who I never get mad when they do a reboot, remake, whatever. Movie, game, I don't care. I never get upset about that stuff. I know a lot of people ask, why do they have to redo this? The first one's good enough. Well, okay. Well, then you've got the first one. Them doing a second thing doesn't take away anything from that first one. So at best, you get something new that you enjoy, right? Like if they make
it right, yeah.
Right, I know. If they came out with Burnout Paradise 2 or a new Burnout game from Criterion, the best that you can hope for is that, this is really good. And that's great. That's at best you get something that you're really going to enjoy. And it's like, hey, Burnout's not dead. Lives on with this. This is good. I hope they do more of this. At worst, you get something you don't enjoy, and it's just like, I still got Paradise. I still got Burnout 3. I still got all these other games. I still got
something that'll make you appreciate the originals. Yeah.
I still got the original whatever, that sort of thing. So I'm always welcome to new stuff, and I would never, I'd never not welcome them to do something like that, regardless of what it may be, because the good part is you get something you like. The bad part is, whatever, I don't like it, I still got this other thing that I really enjoyed, right? That's it. Now, it's different when Rocksteady did their Batman game, it's like, oh man, I hope they nail this, because if they can't nail it, if they can't get it to where it's successful, then your hope for another Batman game is like, well, I don't know if they're going to get another one, because you got to make an attempt, and you hope they're going to make that attempt, and especially when it's the first time or they go in a new direction about something, you really hope they get it right. And so, when it's something new like that, then there's caution to it. There's hope that it's going to be good, and that you're going to enjoy it because you want to continue to enjoy it. You want something, feel like would make a good game. Like they haven't made a great Superman game in forever. Like Superman Returns was not great at all. Flying was fun. The flying in that game was great. In fact, that's pretty much all I did. Was fly. I paid $50 to buy a game so that all I could do was fly around the city and actually not do anything. And it was and that was great for a while, and then it got boring. I was supporting them because I was like, okay, hopefully they do something with this. Hopefully it goes far, again. And that was back in 2006, 2008. Superman Returns.
No, I don't have much experience with Superman games. I think the last Superman game I played was in the arcade. The side scrolling. The side scrolling me against the world type game.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know. The combat, I guess, was whatever. I just remember the flying. The flying was fantastic in that game.
So what was the difficulty? It was just what mechanics was Superman was they're having difficulty with. That's what I heard with the.
I don't know. It's hard to.
It's something about implementing his powers or something in game that.
Right. I mean, he's OP, right?
Whatever.
He's OP.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And there is no overpowered for those who just have us on in the background as noise. That's what OP is.
Oh yeah, November of 2006.
Yeah, 2006. Now is that the movie or the game?
Game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the game came out later after the film came out, and then it's like, it's not ready yet for the movie, and so they had to push it back. But I guess not. I don't know. The Superman games have not been.
It's June of 2006 for that movie.
Right, and it came out in November of 2006. Okay,
Right.
so it was just a few months behind. I think writers have a hard time with it, and I think video game developers have a hard time with it because it's hard because the dude is OP. You have to keep the. You can't. What was it? I can't remember what it was. There have been some games that kind of do this. They have to integrate something into the story so that he doesn't have certain powers because we just can't. We can't make that mechanic for the game. Or we can't figure out how we can use that without it being the only thing you use, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's things, and there have been forum posts for days of fans who have ideas of ways to make it work, or want to see them implement ideas to make it work, but they've just never been able to. It's hard for them to do in the comics. It's hard for them to do in the movies. It's hard for them to do in video games because he's so overpowered. There are ways it can be done, and I've heard plenty of them. Can't think of any off the top of my head, but it's just really hard. It's really hard for that. He's essentially immortal. You can't kill him. How does he have health? Why does he have health? Which is the interesting thing that Superman Returns did. The video game did. The city was the health bar. So the destruction to the city was the health.
Yeah.
So if if the destruction of the city came
lose
down,
enough landmarks and you're just game over. Yeah.
That was the way that they implemented it. It was still crap, unfortunately, except for the flying.
Yeah.
But you did have, as far as I know, you had every single one of his powers. It's a lot like Star Wars lightsabers. And I don't know about Fallen Order. So if they got that right, that's fine. But it's it's a beam of focused light. It's like the sun.
Yeah.
For you to control. Anything should take one hit. That's it. It doesn't.
Right.
You can't do that for some reason.
What's that term? Suspending your disbelief or whatever.
Yeah.
Because how is you play Injustice? Superman is a character. This shouldn't be a contest.
Right.
If you look at it, through the lore of the
Obviously.
story, but yeah,
Obviously, yeah.
That's
another good way to put it.
So suspend it because
that's another good way to look at it,
get
man.
through the game if you suspend, you suspend it. Yeah.
Because that's another great way to look at that sort of situation.
Yeah, if you got a lightsaber, everyone should die in one hit.
Really,
yeah,
it should. You should be able to just kind of walk right on through, and just gone.
Yeah.
That's it.
But that would be boring.
Just like your ghost. Was watching one of the videos you posted.
Yeah,
where he was taking one single swipe, man.
On the screen turned red.
The screen. It's not when you went into ghost mode.
Okay.
Because I don't even know what that means. I just know that you said everybody's gangster until you go into ghost mode.
Still ghost mode is activated. Yeah.
But the guys you killed before you went ghost pose, though, you were doing single strikes
standoff.
on them. Is that what that is?
That was the standoff.
Okay.
Standoff mechanic is where you can call out your enemies. But if you go to an enemy occupied area, there's an option where you can stand off, and you call them out and they attack you, and you have a face off, and whoever draws. Your opponent's going to come up to you, and he's going to charge you. He's going to attack you. But later on in the game, they'll throw in head fakes. So in the video, you saw that he just tossed his sword up and just yelled to try to get you to let go of the attack button. Now, if you let it go early, you're going to be off balance, and he's going to attack you, and you're going to be down to like a sliver of health left.
Risk reward. Okay.
Yeah. So in that case, it's best to let if you don't have good enough reflexes, it's best to let the dude hit you other than lose the standoff. But the standoff with the perks that I had allows 2 more enemies to come after the initial one. Initially, you only have 1 person come attack you, but with the perks that I had, 2 more. So amongst those 6 enemies there, 3 were gone in 1 successful standoff. So I had that going for me.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and again, that's how it should work, right? That one single swipe.
Yeah.
Like you do it, and that dude should be down.
Yeah.
That's it. He should be down. So, look, we've talked about this, we've gone through it, it all kind of goes back to the whole story bullet. Your character in a game can take immense amount of punishment while you're playing. But the cutscene that comes up where he takes a bullet, or your character takes a bullet, and is rendered somewhat, helpless, how come it didn't happen with all those many others that I took while I was draining my health? So it's story bullets, and it's something that they have to contend with.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Make a Superman game that is based just like you would any other character, who is basically immune until you write it into the story that he has taken a hit. You know? So, I don't know.
There's got to be a way, man. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch.
There is.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure there's a whole bunch of people coming up with different ideas and everything. That's all they just need to do is just compile and put them together.
When I say we're, I mean the Superman video game community, whatever that means. Us who are hopeful for the Blue Boy Scout to have his time to shine video game wise. Yeah. We were hoping Rocksteady was going to have something to do with that, because they were moving on from the Batman properties and we're going to do something else. Yeah. And it looks like we're getting Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, which is a storyline out of comics, but I don't know how well they're going to follow that. But, obviously Superman front and center on the poster on that. So we'll see. It doesn't look like we're actually going to get to play him. Which is probably something that Rocksteady looked at and said, man, we can't, I don't know how we can do this. Yeah. I don't know how we can make a Superman game. So, we'll see. I've gone on way too long about this. The other games that I played, I went a full week without touching Destiny at all last week. Or week prior, whatever it was. I went from a full week and never played it. Didn't log in, but maybe for 5 minutes to do something, and that was it. This week has been different. This week is obviously the solstice event that they're having. That is always at the end of the year, and by the year I mean the year of the way Destiny does releases. So brand new expansion hits in September. You play that up until next September, and then in August of that year they do an event to close out the year. Unfortunately, they've extended the year for Destiny this time. So, but Solstice is still taking place in August, and it's moving along. I was about to ask you what they're offering in the Solstice. It's armor. It's armor. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of. It's a very grindy thing that has to be done. Yeah, it's always grindy. Although it's much better this time around than it was last time. When you get your first character through a certain set of the armor. There's 3 stages of upgrading the armor. So when you get it through the first stage, which is still grindy, your other 2 characters get a 3 times multiplier on all of the stuff that they got to do. Oh. Yeah. So when I finished my Hunter and got on my Warlock, my Hunter's first stage of stuff took a few hours of grinding. My Warlock took less than an hour to finish. Wow. Yeah. It moved fast. Nice. In fact, today I finished up the second part of that upgrade on my Warlock because of the advancement, the multiplier that
3 times multiplier, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you get a blue set, you grind it, it turns into a purple set, you grind the purple set, and then it turns into not a masterwork set, but it's a level away from there. It becomes, I don't know, they've got all these stupid names, but when you get through there, then you can attach some glows to it or something like that. I don't know. But the purple set on your other characters double. They don't triple, they double. So it takes half of what you did the first time to get through it. However, once you have 2 characters that have done the purple set, your third character will get a 3x on his blues and a 3x on his purples. So, from what I understand. So, it should go by. It's going by very fast. I have 1 character left to do. The thing hasn't even been out for a week. And I have one character left to do. Now, there are final challenges on the armor.
Team required?
One of them is, yes.
Okay.
Actually, they all kind of are. You have to do a Master Nightfall.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, which is a high-level event.
Yeah.
You got to do the Altars of Sorrow, which is a public event, but you got to get through like 3 waves of the Altars of Sorrow. It's on the moon.
Okay, yeah.
It's on the moon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Escalation-like protocol thing.
Yeah, there's a Nightmare Hunt, which oddly enough can be any difficulty you want it to be, which is not a problem.
Yeah, I'm about to say, at your level?
Yeah, not a problem at all. And then there is 7 Trials wins.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a toughie.
Yeah, it is. Because you got folks specializing in PvP.
But you only have to do it once. If you do it once on one character, it activates on all
once
characters.
Is enough, though.
Once is enough. You're exactly
enough.
right.
Because you got, like I said, you got some folks specializing in PvP.
Once is enough.
God.
All right, so that is what's been going on. We're going to take a break. I know when we come back, we don't have very much time, so we're going to hold off on the Epic Talk until the top of the hour. I need to pay more attention to the chat room. I know you guys are having your own conversation, but I really need to look at it. And I will during the break, because I'm not going to go through this on here. Daniel's like, I see Scott looking up. I assume he's looking at a clock so he knows when to take a break. If you can see the view in front of me, there is absolutely no clock. There is one behind me.
Yeah.
There. That's the only clock in the room. On a wall. There's a clock here on my system. There's a clock in front of me here. There's a clock on my wrist. There is no clocks over there. At all. So, but it doesn't matter. I'm still wasting time. I'm still wasting time. There's a lot we're going to talk about. We got music here from a game called Dreamscaper. It is the main menu music for this. I don't know. Somebody was playing it, I think, on Steam or something. So I just grabbed music for it. It had music, so I grabbed it. We'll be right back with more in-game chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chats. We only got about 10 minutes left in this segment here because we went way over talking. I guess I would like to finish that conversation, really, because I've gone through and read the chat script here. Mm-hmm. This, by the way, music here from Fable: The Lost Chapters.
Title called it.
I don't know. I've scrolled back, so I don't know. Mm-hmm. Called Oakvale is the name of this track. Mm-hmm. So I was looking to get Fable anniversary music just because they're going to be doing another Fable, mm-hmm. and so I said I don't think I've used music from Fable before, so I'll see if I can find it. Daniel says, Gersnor gifted me Burnout on Steam, but I know it better from old shows where Scott talks about the music he listens to while he plays it. A lot of Hans Zimmer memory serves. You're absolutely right, man. In fact, I did this on my 360, or did I do it on my Xbox One? I don't know. I tried to recreate that for one of the things I was trying to do, and it actually worked. And I still loved it, and it was still wonderful. You can't really do that. The Xbox 360 originally had a neat little feature, and maybe some of the games still do. But the 360 had a thing where you could rip songs onto the hard drive. You could put a CD in the disc tray that has music on it, and you could pull the songs off of there to put onto your hard drive.
Okay.
Then most games supported it, but then you could take that. I think this was Burnout Revenge. Was it Revenge? Or was it 3? It was 3. It was Burnout Takedown, so maybe it was on the original Xbox. Mm-hmm. And then I think I did it again on the 360, but I think it was on the original Xbox. They had an option where you could choose to listen to the music that's on your hard drive instead of the music that's in the game. Mm-hmm. And so I put a bunch of chase music in there that was from movies and stuff. Mm-hmm. Not even chase music, just really exciting. I know there was there was a bunch of Pirates of the Caribbean in there. It was really good. There was some good stuff from the first Bad Boys film. There was the chase scene. There was a lot of stuff from The Rock, which again was Hans Zimmer for people who don't know. There was a good one from, was it Cliffhanger? Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone had a nice little theme in there, and really good exciting chase type music in there that I would like to find.
Was it random, or did you have a set track list that it?
No. I put it on shuffle. I didn't. Yeah, I mean there was a set list of like I want you to only do these songs, but just randomly do them. Okay. And I can't remember how many were in there. There was quite a lot, but they were mostly. There was another track from. Oh God, Henry Gregson Williams something was his name, I think. But I can't remember what the movie was. So yeah, a lot of stuff. I still have my stack of CDs that I used, and I may. Do I still? Hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hang on. I don't know where it would be.
It wasn't from the Equalizer, was it?
No. This was pre-Equalizer. Okay. Yeah. Burnout track list. I got it.
Still there, huh?
It is still here. I don't know what this looks like on the camera.
Let's see. That it.
Hang on. Let's go this way. Yeah, I don't know if you can read that or not. Yeah. So basically, Burnout track list, and then I have the Bad Boys soundtrack, and then I had the track listings that I wanted. So Bad Boys was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, skip track 10, 11, skip track 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 were apparently crap, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. For the film Broken Arrow, I used all tracks for Broken Arrow. For Pirates of the Caribbean, all tracks. For The Island, all the tracks except track 1. For The Rock, all the tracks except track 3. From the film The Rundown, which I think that's where the Henry Gregson Williams thing comes from. It was track 1, 6, 9, 11, 13, 14, 21, 22. And then from the film Toys with Robin Williams. Oddly enough.
If it's got good music, have at it.
Well, it's Christmas music, with the exception of one track. If you can find the soundtrack to Toys, and I can't remember who it was. I know Trevor Horn was involved in that track. It is track 11 from that soundtrack, and it is, I think it's called "Welcome to the Pleasure Dome," which is basically just it's a remix and a reworking of a Frankie Goes to Hollywood track by the same name, I believe. and it's really, really good. But yeah, it's just got a good little thing. Yeah, man, I can't believe I still have this. This is great. I'm glad I never got rid of this, because then I can put all this stuff together. I may, I was thinking about going to YouTube right now and grabbing one of these tracks and playing it on our out. The problem is I don't know. I have to find the discs to tell you, like, what's the title of track 1 or something. If I wanted to look on YouTube,
Yeah.
they're not labeled like track 1, track 6, track 3, track 4. Maybe they are. I don't know. But yeah. So, oh man, good stuff. Everybody knows the pirate stuff. I won't play that. Maybe the island. Maybe I'll find the one from the island, or maybe I'll do that one from Toys. Actually,
Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. Into Battle Mix.
that's the one it is. Yeah,
Into the Battle Mix.
yeah,
Okay.
into the battle mix. That was great. It's fantastic. Anyway. What else in the thing? They haven't made a great... Oh, yeah, Daniel says they haven't made a great Indiana Jones game in forever either, Disney. Yes, LucasArts did make a pretty good Indiana Jones game. I can't remember the name of it, and it is not the one that was on the Wii. I know they were working on one for the Wii, and there was promise. The thing had potential, and then it failed somehow. They screwed it up. But there was an Indiana Jones game on the original Xbox, and I can't remember the name of it, but I did play it and I did enjoy it. Going back and looking, I looked at videos maybe a year or two ago online of a Let's Play, retro Let's Play type stuff to look at that game again, and it was like, oh god. But they had a good voice impersonator for Harrison Ford. The likeness was not great, but everything was like. For what you wanted, and the fact that it was the only Indiana Jones game we had, it really was pretty good. It was not bad.
Was it Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb?
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one. Drunk Jenner says that new Marvel game sure is shaping up to be a mess. You're right. I don't know, but I'm in the beta. I got into the beta through this Verizon thing. And I may actually have a copy of the game. They were giving away beta access, and I think they had like 5,000 copies of the game for the first 5,000 people that did the claim. And I really thought I had missed it because there were so many hoops you had to jump through. You had to do something with Verizon Wireless. You had to be a certain subscriber on Verizon Wireless to get a certain thing. And when you got that, if you hadn't already claimed it for something else, if you claimed it for that, then you had to go create an account on Square's page and then link this thing, and it was so many hoops, man. So many hoops. And I thought I had missed out. But I got an email with the beta code that says, here's your beta code. The full game is not available yet, but we will let you know whenever it is. So it looks like I might be getting a copy of that game. Now, damn them, and I mean Sony or Square or both, because I could have gone with PC, I could have gone Xbox, but I picked PS4 because they got the stupid Spider-Man exclusive character to play with the thing and the whatever. So, yeah, they reeled me in with an exclusive. But then again, doesn't look like I paid for the game. Joke's on them. Yes. And Marvel, it does look bad. Like, you know what? And so if I'm playing it for free, that's fine. I didn't pay for it. I'm good. But it does look like crap. And this is the thing, man. You get an Avengers game, and so here we go with another superhero game. Boy, I hope they make it good. And here's what I'm thinking is that it might not be good, but I think it's going to sell enough to warrant them to say, well, let's try it again. You know? And that's fine. If they want to try it again, maybe they'll fix the problems, or maybe they'll make it better, or whatever the case. But everything about that game looks like it was made for exactly the reason I guess they make most games is to... It's a corporate cash grab type
Money
thing.
grab, yeah.
I mean, it is like there are so many exclusive partner type stuff. Like Verizon's one, Intel's another. All these different things where if you get it through this, you'll get this outfit or this new, this stuff that comes with it.
Yeah.
Like it is...
The game's not the priority.
It's like an exclusive grab bag of things. It's
Yeah.
like, let's make this game, and instead, since we can't make it whatever the game, since we can't make it a GS, or a GAS, which is Games as a Service.
Mm-hmm.
Since we can't make it that, let's just do corporate sponsorships all over the place and give exclusive stuff, which is what I think they did. I gotta scroll through here. There's a game, Injustice, Superman Kills, Stand my claim. Bungie has never made a good game. You know who I'm talking about. That's Lethal Migraine. And I'm with you. Halo is crap. It's always been crap.
Makes me wonder, where's our next City of Heroes?
It was Daniel that picked the Fable thing. Oh, where's our next City of Heroes? I ain't gonna. Nah.
Never gonna happen.
Nah. You got DC Online, I guess, if you want to do that. Torium is tracked from toys. Yep. Indiana Jones Emperor's Tomb. I have it on PS2. Tomb Raider joke stuff. Okay, cool. I'm caught up in the chat room. There we go. You just got to watch me or listen to me read the chat room for a while. So, I'm tempted to go find these tracks, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. I just haven't heard them in forever. Oh, God. And it just takes me back. I got so associated, my mind got so associated with those tracks, not from the movies anymore, but into Burnout. Mm-hmm. And so now every time I hear those, if I go back and watch any of these movies with this music, all I think of is like what I used to do with them in Burnout. It's fantastic. Loved it. Hey, there was a free game this week on the Epic Games Store for 24 hours. And it was brand new. You could get the game for 24 hours. You could get it for free. And it was Troy Total War. It was in the Total War series.
Yeah.
And it was for Troy. And I grabbed my copy. I don't know that I'll ever play it, but I was able to fire up the store and grab, a copy of the free game there, attach it to my account. So we got music from that game. It's the main menu theme from Troy Total War. We'll be back with more in-game chat. And we'll talk about Epic. Speaking of cash grabs, corporate cash grabs, we'll talk about that coming up on in-game chat. And welcome back to In-Game Chats. That is music from the film Toys. That's the track that I used when I was playing Burnout. It's got a nice it's a running steady beat. And it was fun.
have swore I heard could have swore it sounds like a wrestler's intro theme when it comes to the ring. I could have swore I heard this before somewhere else.
Could have. I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah, it just sounds like I said. It sounds like something I heard before.
Yeah, so that's just goes on for like 4.5 minutes. And it's really great when you're sitting there racing in Burnout. Now, it doesn't work necessarily for Burnout Paradise. Mm-hmm. But it does on the other games when it was just strictly not open world. It's like you start a race, there you go, you play it, boom, you know.
Mm-hmm. On to the next.
Yeah, exactly. But in Burnout Paradise, you might not be doing any of the... There might not... Not that you never have a need for exciting music like that. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it really helped in, like, the races and everything else, some of the huge jumps, some of the... And Burnout is known for its rubber banding AI. So it was rarely ever an easy win in those games. Mm-hmm. You could stay first, but being in first was one of the most tense positions to be in the game because... You didn't know how bad the rubber banding AI was going to...
The catch-up AI is going to be,
man.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, the catch-up AI would be horrible.
That's when you push folks, that's when you shunt folks into barricades and things like that.
Yeah, that is true. So, anyway, I just wanted to do that. Mm-hmm. Just wanted to play one of those. Real quick, we have a phone call. Let's take it right now. Hey, you're on Endgame Chat. Who's this?
Oh, it's just me, Leonard. How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much. I
haven't heard from you in forever.
I thought you already picked up, so I was already talking and all that stuff, and then I realized, oh, wait a minute, it's the delay and all that. No,
yeah, I put you on. I don't have anybody answer the phone, so I put you on hold real quick while we were talking there. So.
Okay. Well, hey, that's cool. No, it's been a long time since I got a chance to listen to you guys, and I've really just enjoyed the show, and I wanted to call in and tell you how great of a job you guys do.
Well, thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, no, dude, ever since everything reopened back up, dude, I've been on third shift, so that's the reason why I haven't been able to listen or call or anything. But I had a chance today, and so I was like, you know what, I'm going to call my bros and just tell them how great of a job they do.
Oh, dude, great to hear from you. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate you guys. Anyways, you guys keep on gaming, and appreciate all you guys do, okay?
All right, Leonard, take care, man.
Thanks, now.
Bye, bro.
Bye-bye. Oh, that's a nice call. Aw. Thanks, man. All right, let's now talk about $2 billion companies having a spat. Let's see. I grouped these together so that I would know where they're at. There they are. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pop this open, and then I'm going to pop this one open, and then I'm going to pop open this link as well. It was interesting to see. We actually talked about it on the morning show as well. It made the radio morning show services that send us things that happen, you know, the day before, overnight, or something like that.
Right.
And this whole thing with Fortnite being removed from the Apple Store and what's going on. But Epic released its own, and I kind of want to explain to you what's going on. Epic released its own direct payment method for Fortnite on Apple and Android mobile devices this morning. This was on Thursday? Yeah, this was Thursday. Apple then removed Fortnite from its store because it violated their terms of service, I guess. Mm-hmm. That you can't do that, apparently. Actually, no, they do give an explanation as to why they did it. But anyway. When they did that, Epic then filed a legal injunction against Apple. Here's the breakdown. All games in the App Store are required to use Apple's payment system for any in-game purchases, including buying Fortnite's in-game currency, which can be spent on items and all the sorts of different stuff. Epic has long complained that Apple's requirement, which results in 30% of all payments going to Apple, is unfair. This morning, Epic started selling V-Bucks in the mobile versions of Fortnite at a discount via a new option to buy from Epic directly. This violated Apple's rules and resulted in Apple kicking Fortnite out of the store. Epic knew this would happen. They had a lawsuit, a commercial, and a pre-planned social media hashtag all prepped to complain about Apple as soon as it happened. Apple gave an explanation to The Verge, saying today Epic Games took the unfortunate step of violating the App Store guidelines that are applied equally to every developer and designed to keep the store safe for our users. As a result, their Fortnite app has been removed from the store. Epic enabled a feature in its app which was not reviewed or approved by Apple, and they did so with the express intent of violating the App Store guidelines regarding in-app payments that apply to every developer who sells digital goods or services. Epic has had apps on the App Store for a decade and have benefited from the App Store ecosystem, including its tools, testing, and distribution that Apple provides to all developers. Epic agreed to the App Store terms and guidelines freely, and we're glad they built such a successful business on the App Store. The fact that their business interests now lead them to push for a special arrangement does not change the fact that these guidelines create a level playing field for all developers and make the store safe for all users. We will make every effort to work with Epic to resolve these violations so they can return to Fortnite on the App Store. Then there was an update. Google has followed suit. They kicked Fortnite off the Google Play Store. Google has similar rules to Apple regarding its store. Fortnite is available on Android, Google Play. In response, Epic filed a complaint of legal injunction against Apple. That was the update. But they've also sued Google now too, for kicking them off as well. So then Epic sued Apple, explaining in a statement that Epic has taken legal action to end Apple's anti-competitive restrictions on mobile device marketplaces. In the complaint, Epic takes issue with there is no pro-competitive justification for Apple's anti-competitive conduct in the iOS app distribution market. The complaint reads that Epic is not seeking monetary compensation from this court or the injuries it has suffered, nor is Epic seeking favorable treatment for itself, a single company. Instead, Epic is seeking injunctive relief to allow fair competition in these two key markets, the App Store and in-app payment processing, that directly affect hundreds of millions of consumers and tens of thousands, if not more, of third-party app developers. There was another update. Okay, there was the update at 8 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock, when they filed the same lawsuit against Google as well. Let's see. Well, Apple removed one of the biggest. This fight isn't surprising. Epic CEO Tim Sweeney has long railed against both Apple and Google's 30% cut of App Store purchases, which Epic called exorbitant. Exorbitant. And it now updated FAQ about the new payment options today, and which its legal complaint calls oppressive. The V-Bucks were up to 20% cheaper via Epic Direct Payment than through Google and Apple stores, and Apple writes in the FAQ that the company believes all mobile developers and consumers have the right to choose alternative payment providers that charge less. Apple currently finds itself under heightened scrutiny over ongoing antitrust concerns, which Epic's legal response addresses, reading in part, Apple has become what it once rallied against, the behemoth seeking to control markets, block competition, and stifle innovation. Apple is bigger, more powerful, more entrenched, and more pernicious than the monopolist of yesteryear. At a market cap of nearly $2 trillion, Apple's size and reach far exceeds that of any technology monopolist in history. While iOS players can currently still play Fortnite, the removal from the store might affect their ability to play the game once the new season begins later this month. Epic also noted in their blog saying, because Apple has blocked your ability to update, when Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 4 releases, you will not be able to play the new season. Epic encouraged players to rally around a hashtag #FreeFortnite, oh, dear God, and to complain to Apple to make your voice heard in the fight against the app tax. It's a clever move on Epic's part. While players might not care about Tim Sweeney's crusade for the free market, they'll certainly care if they can't play the game. Yeah, and then they did the 1980 Fortnite video, which they had completely ready to go.
Yeah,
like they knew, like this was planned.
Yeah.
This has been planned apparently in the past maybe few months. I don't know how long it takes to make videos like this and to get everything done and probably to get a lawsuit written up and everything else. Yeah. To have all that stuff on standby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it takes to get that stuff ready. But they were ready. They had planned for this thing to happen. Let's see, and then there's the suing them. Epic Games filed legal papers. This is a Fortnite thing. Free Fortnite. Yeah, and I don't exactly know where it stands now. Obviously, this is a lawsuit. Everything still stands as it happened Thursday, with the game not available on those stores on either iOS or Android, and for you to now buy. And also the lawsuits have done their thing. So now we wait and see what happens. Part of me does agree that Apple's long had a stranglehold on that sort of app market and the way that they deal with that stuff. It was kind of like the big Steam. There was a big there was a big thing with Steam not too long ago about their cut that developers take from Steam. In fact, it was done, and Epic was the one that sort of instituted that. Because when the Epic Store released, they said, Steam takes this, we're going to take this, and it's lower than what Steam takes. Apparently Epic has a habit of doing this. But it forced Steam to change some of their stuff, but it didn't hurt Steam. There was nothing about that hurt them on it. And I don't know. This is not going to hurt Apple. No. Losing Fortnite is not going to hurt Apple. No. It's not going to hurt Google Play or Android or anything like that. So I think they'll be fine.
Yeah. I was thinking with all the planning that was put ahead of this, they figured, I don't know, but they figured they were just big enough to get away with it.
Who?
Epic Games. Just Fortnite's big enough to cause enough of a blowback from players, because like I said, he already had the plan to have people rally against Apple and Google.
Look,
and all
Epic
that stuff.
knew. Epic was prepared. Yeah. They knew Apple wasn't going to. They knew what was going to happen from this. It was either a sense that, like, I don't believe for a second that they feel any such way about the cut that Apple takes on that thing. Like when Epic says that, hey, you've got a thing and you promote this or you do this or this completely takes away from the company you are or anything like that. I don't believe any of that for a second. Do I think it's true? Yeah, sure. But do I think Epic cares about that? No, I don't. I don't think they care about that at all. I think I haven't read the other articles, although the one I was reading there, that was from Kotaku, by the way. The one I was reading there made it seem like Epic has a new season coming out, apparently, or a new thing coming out with Fortnite or whatever. There's a new season of Fortnite or something. I don't know exactly how that holds. I don't know how that structure works. So there's a lot of people, their player base on Android, their player base on Apple, are expecting to get to play that when it releases, whenever it does. And it apparently is coming soon. I think Epic sits on a, well, we're good either way situation. If we win this, then we can still be on the App Store and sell our V-Bucks for a lower price than what Apple charges, or we can change the cut of what we get from that, or we're not on the Apple Store and it's not going to bother us. It's not. It's the removal of Fortnite off the App Store of both of these things is not going to hurt either of those stores, and it's not going to hurt Epic at all. They'll be fine. But it was another way for them to either get what they want or they're fine with the way it is. It's like we'll either get this and it'll be what we want, because I imagine what the undercut is probably that 30%. The V-Bucks that they were selling, cheaper than what Apple was selling, was probably with that 30% removed, so they could get 100% of that money. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my thought on it. I think, man, I don't think Epic's a bad company. I don't look at them like we used to look at EA and a couple of other companies out there way back when. I don't look at Epic that way either. You know, I don't know. Epic used to get, not Epic, EA used to get a lot of crap for their practices and things, and they still actually get a lot of crap for.
Is it just Sweeney they focus on?
Well, he's president. He kind of does this stuff. He's the most out. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? And so he's the one that.
But EA was like EA. Just,
EA
it
was
wasn't
just
exactly
EA.
a person in
No,
particular.
it wasn't.
It was like EA.
Because EA would buy companies and then kill them, you know, or they would buy the developers, and then you'd never hear anything from them again.
Yeah.
Now, you know, again, I hate to go back on the Burnout stuff, but yeah, EA bought Criterion from. Was it Acclaim or Activision? I think it was Activision. They bought it from Activision, I believe. You'd have to look out. Burnout 2: Point of Impact to see who was the publisher. I want to say that was either Acclaim or Activision. Who's got the rainbow logo? Is that Acclaim or was that
Activision?
I don't remember.
LJN.
Yeah, but it wasn't an LJN title. I can tell you that. I know it was an LJN.
We remember LJN.
Oh God, LJN.
There was a rainbow in there. Yeah.
Let me look at these things. I'm going back through the. I'm going back through the chat room here to see what everybody says. I think I remember this track. It's the big battle of the toys, like toy planes getting destroyed, slow motion stuff. Yeah, you're right. Epic broke the contract. Apple chooses favorites. Apple screwed themselves by removing Fortnite.
Renderware?
No, that's the name of their
system. Yeah. Okay,
that's the name of the engine that they use.
Oh, engine. Okay.
Which they made a killing. That's the reason EA bought them, is so they could have their renderware
tech.
Their tech. Yeah,
yeah.
That's the reason EA bought them. And I can't remember who they bought them from, but that's the reason they bought Criterion. But they did stuff. They did good stuff. Like Burnout 3 Takedown was on EA, and that got them onto the Xbox Live, which meant we could have online races in Burnout. And Criterion was able to make, that was Burnout 3. They were able to make Burnout Revenge after that, and then Burnout Revenge for the 360. And then they made some PSP games like Burnout Legends and a couple of other things. And then they made Burnout Paradise, and then they didn't do anything after Burnout Paradise. And then they just, I don't want to say they went into obscurity because they did work on Need for Speed, you know, but the Burnout series was done after Paradise. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They worked on Need for Speed for a couple of titles. Then they worked on part of Star Wars Battlefront Fields, whatever it's called. They worked on the flying stuff for Star Wars.
Okay.
You know, and then that was it. You know, then most of the crew kind of went their own way. So, but that was that. Back to the Epic thing. Epic is doing a good job of weaponizing their fan base, says Direct Degenerates. Retro says V-Bucks have been permanently discounted on all systems. My son and daughter got a bunch of V-Bucks credited back to them a couple of days ago for items they had purchased this month. The Migraine says Apple hasn't made a decent product since iPod Touch. It's depressing anyone buys any of their trash. Let's see. Epic has hired the best business law firm in the country. Moltal says, again, this is not about how bad the walled gardens are for Google and Apple. This does not read that Epic is fighting for the little guy. Epic wanted more money. Epic are also a bad company, just like most companies. So, yeah, I'm just now getting to these. So maybe I guess maybe I'm on the right track with some of the way people feel about this. I don't feel for a second that Epic is, just like Moltal said, is looking out for the little guy. You know, they want more money from their cut of Apple. I mean, it's $1 billion company or $1 million. I don't know what Epic is worth. They got a lot of money, and they're
probably $1 billion because Fortnite's worth.
They're greedy that they don't have more money than what they have.
Well, all businesses want more, and
so they'll frame it around fighting for the little guy, which is good. That's a good way to do that. Because you want to look like that when you do something like this.
Yeah, it's a good look, but it's not the truth.
Right. Well, it's not the truth that I think it is. It's not. That's not the truth I believe. You know, just like Moltel says, they just want more money. I'm okay with what they're doing in the sense that if it gets things to change, go right ahead.
Oh, you see Motile's post in the chat.
Epic Games, which have been valued at around $825 million at the time of Tencent's exit, was estimated worth $4.5 billion. That was 2 years ago, July 2018. They're expected to surpass $8.5 billion by the end of 2018. That was 2018. They were in the billion. It sounds so. Let me now, knowing that, let me now go back and read what they said of their reasoning for going after Apple.
Update.
What do we got?
As of April 2020, the net worth of Epic Games is estimated to be over $18 billion. Now, does that further change your statement you were about to make?
Yeah, no, it doesn't change it. It doesn't change it.
All
No,
right.
it does not change whatsoever. This is still $2 billion companies saying
Multiple billions.
I want more billions, and then the other company saying, well, you can't have more billions from us. Get your billions from somewhere else. Which, by the way, they can. If they want to. All they got to do is just implement more things for people to buy, and people are going to buy it. Whatever. I don't know. It's like I said, this is... it is laughable. It is a joke. It is a joke. Now, I say it's a joke, but if you get some developer, not a company like Epic, but you get one guy who's working on making games for the App Store or something like that. He's doing it out of his own love of what he does. He's trying to make the ends meet, and that cut might not be the best for him. I don't know. I don't know how any of that stuff works. But, if you put it into the hands of a little guy who can't do that, then, yeah, if it changes for the better for him, then I guess I'm all for it. I think Steam changed. I wish I could remember the outcome of what Steam did. Because I know they were challenged on this too. And it was from Epic. And I can't remember if things changed or things just stayed the way they were and Steam or Valve decided to make some changes elsewhere that was beneficial, but didn't change the cut or something. I can't remember exactly what the results were. Yeah, man, it's all I can imagine is two Monopoly-looking guys.
Two Uncle Moneybags looking
Two
dudes.
Uncle Moneybags
Uncle
looking
Moneybags
guys
versus Daddy Warbucks. That type of thing.
standing in front of each other.
Yeah.
Pulling out wads of cash and slapping each other in the face. Take that, you uncivilized swine. That's all. That's what I have in my head.
Yeah,
I know it's not that at all.
Them rich insults.
Just. That's it. I don't know. That's all I can think of. So let me go to the phones real quick before we go back to before we go to a commercial here, and talk to somebody on the phone. Hey, you're on In-Game Chat. Who's this?
This is Chris.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Not too bad. I guess you're going to be doing some more managing a little bit after the show later on.
What?
On Animal Crossing.
Oh, nah, man. I log into that thing like once a day, do my stuff, and then I'm done.
Yeah. Well, I got it too. So if you wanted to do any of that online stuff like you've been talking about, hit me up if you want to.
I don't. Yeah, the online part of that stuff is. Did you send me your friend code? I know you've talked to me on Facebook or stuff.
I don't think I ever did.
Yeah, I need to get your friend code because that's the only way.
Is that 20 character thing that was tedious you were talking about?
That's a stupid thing Nintendo does. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've only got one friend, and that's Tim at the Retro Game Planet.
Yeah. So yeah, if you give me your friend code, shoot me your friend code on there. Actually, I can send you mine.
You want to go through? Actually, yeah.
I saved mine a long time ago, and my dream code. For whenever you get to that point in the game, which I think you're already at.
Is that another 20
I've opened
character
up the
code?
airport.
Yeah. Oh no, the airport code is a one-time thing that is generated when you do it. In other words, anytime you like, if I give you my friend code and I go and open my gates to the airport, my gates at the airport have to be open for you to come in. And they close once I do other things. Like if I start to sell stuff or buy stuff or anything like that, they close the gates. It's like you really can't do anything when you go to somebody's. Well, no, you can. There's something that you can't. I don't remember what it is, but.
Just weird stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's security measures that they're taking. Here, I'm going to give you this here now. I'm sending that over. So there you got my 2 codes. Yeah, it's strange stuff that they allow you to do, but in other words, so if I give you the Dodo code, which is the airport code, that is if we're not friends.
Yeah.
If we're friends, it doesn't matter. I can open my gates. You can visit my island if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I have to be online and I have to open the gates for you to get there. Otherwise, nobody can come in.
Okay.
So, like, when you open your gates for anybody, you can't open your gates for anyone to come in. You can only open your gates so that friends can come in or people who have your Dodo code. And the Dodo code, like I said, it's a one-time generation type thing. By the way, since you do have it tomorrow, and I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know how far into the game you are.
I just opened up the airport. Like, I've got the house upgraded, like did the second day, where I've got the bug owl.
Oh, the museum.
Island.
Yeah, the museum.
I haven't really got too far at all in it, just a little bit.
Yeah. It's going to be a minute before you get the turnip girl to come to your island. But that's when you're going to be rolling in some money whenever she gets there.
Okay.
Hopefully. Just save up your bells so that, and you should be fine. In fact, we do this friend thing. I can drop you off a million bells, and you can be good. So, so.
Now if I can remember where to go into the system to bring up the friend codes where I can enter in the friend code you just sent me.
It's up at the top. It's on your profile. Just click that, and that's where you see your friends, and then there's some menu actions on the side there.
Oh, yeah, I figured I found it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We got to take our top of the hour break though. So you've been playing Animal Crossing. Anything else?
Other games, GOT. I think I like to say that. Ghost.
Yeah, just say Ghost. We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just say Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, or GOT for short. Isn't that pronounced Tsushima? Is that how it's pronounced, RJ?
Tsushima. Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. I was thinking I had to pronounce it down.
I think I've heard rarely someone try to put the T in there, but no, don't do that.
It's kind of silent.
It's silent. Yeah, Tsushima.
Yeah, but that and there was a homebrew role-playing game that was on Sega Genesis from somewhere else, like South Korea or somewhere, that was on one of these other game cartridges things that like Retro Arcade or somebody else put out there. And I found out about it there, so I got a real cart made of the role-playing game that was translated into English so I could enjoy it. So those two, and then now this. And
cool.
probably the new Fairy Tale game on Switch I got, so I'll probably start digging into them real soon. We're about to go on vacation in a couple of days on Wednesday or so, so time to get away from this area here in this hot weather that we not really used to like we were when we were younger, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good deal, man. You got a lot of stuff to play, keep you occupied on your vacation.
Yeah. Dude, I got a bunch of just the stuff like Blu-ray anime stuff to watch on the portable DVD Blu-ray player I got. So I may just do most of it and catch up on some of these different things.
Well, take care of your island, and yeah. Anyway, thanks for calling in, man. Sorry I had to cut it short.
That's okay. We'll see y'all later.
All right, buddy.
Take care now.
All right, bye.
All right, we're going to take a break. Music here from a game called Battle Brothers. It is the main menu of that game, the music that plays in the main menu. We'll be back with more in-game chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chats. This is music from Factorio, which, after 8.5 years of being in early access, finally became... Yeah, I'm a real boy. It finally became a real game.
How many years?
8.5.
Is that the longest ever?
Probably not,
Okay.
Star Citizen. But, which isn't even, I don't even think that's in an early access point, actually. But no, I don't know if it is, but 8.5 years of early access is a long time. So this week it finally became, I don't want to call it a real game, but that's basically what I'm saying. But yeah, so music left in that. Lethal Migraine. I wanted to, that's another thing. Like, so we talked about this weeks ago. We're like, man, I really want me a Splinter Cell, and Ubisoft keeps throwing it out that they don't say anything. But yet they keep putting Sam Fisher and everything. And then like Sam Fisher showed up for this stupid whatever Ubisoft is doing with all the Tom Clancy titles in this mobile app looking thing. I don't know what it was. And it's like, that's fine. And then Splinter Cell's getting like an animated series on Netflix. And I'm like, God, they green light that, but they won't do a game. And then he's showing up in Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six Siege. Sam Fisher is. It's like, why? Why are you doing all these teases? And are these even teases? Or are these just you using the characters so that you don't lose you're not going to lose the license. You own Tom Clancy. Like, they own Tom Clancy. Ubisoft owns Tom Clancy. And I don't even mean the person. I mean, like, the business.
The name, yeah.
The Tom Clancy business.
Make it sound like he's going to be in Smash Brothers before his own game or something.
Well, I mean, they put, what's his name in there? Snake.
Snake,
Yeah. I wouldn't, you're right. I mean, he'll show up in one of the stupid Rabbids games before he gets his own series again. He'll show up in Just Dance. Before he makes it to his own game.
There's a question for the chat. What's the next ridiculous appearance that Sam Fisher's going to be in?
Tom Clancy's Elite Squad is what it's called that he's going to be in. I don't know. At this point, I can imagine him showing up in Far Cry just as a little support character, or just this sort of,
some Easter egg background character or something.
Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Maybe Valhalla. That's great. Who knows? So, yeah. Okay, so other news that we were going to go over, because we spent a long time on that one. Horizon Zero Dawn had a lot of complaints. The developers put out a patch which addressed some of those issues, so that means they're at least not just kind of sending it out there on its own to die. They're actually going to work to make it decent. But yeah.
Have yet to play that game still.
Horizon Zero Dawn, I've only played a little bit of it, but yeah.
I can't even install it.
Fall Guys sold 2 million copies on Steam alone.
I did pick that up.
I did. I played, by the way, last week I did play Fall Guys just for
Okay.
I think I did 2 runs. And I got. Do we think that's rain?
Might be. It was sprinkling before I came in here.
All I have to do is go to my app on my phone here and check the map thing. I have the Rich Thomas weather app, by the way. Yeah, we got a little bit of. I mean, it's just, look, there's nothing else around us except for a massive wad of green on top of us. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, so I played that. I got. The first time I played it, I didn't get the crown at the there was like 2 or 3 stages of elimination. And I got to the final stage of elimination where it's like, okay, whoever grabs the crown is the winner on this thing. And so I got through that. Then the second game I played after that didn't make it past the first challenge. And I was like, okay, I'm done.
Okay.
It was a nice little break from playing Last of Us Part 2 all afternoon.
I bet.
It's really coming down. It's good. My car needed the bath, but it actually needs a wash. What else? Oh, yeah. NVIDIA. New cards. New graphics cards. Yep. September 1st, I think, is when we're going to get the announcement of the new cards. This will, this is good. Good to know. I was waiting for this. Not so that I could finish my build, but just because, we're going to get some numbers. And I don't mean prices. I mean some actual legit, like, here's what it is, here's what it does, here's all the guts. So
specs, you mean?
Yeah, all the specs.
All the specs, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for the new cards and stuff. And then hopefully maybe we'll see something out of AMD as well. Because then, we get some good competition there. We'll see what the prices are going to be. Like, I'll probably, look, I don't know why. I seem to be a diehard NVIDIA guy. I don't think I'll switch.
Never failed you, has it?
No, it's never failed me, but, when cards can do what they do and you can get one for cheaper, go cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this thing does exactly what this other thing does, but this one costs more, then get the one that doesn't. But I hate sounding like a brand loyalist, but yeah, I kind of am when it comes to NVIDIA. I started with ATI, which is who owned which is who did the Radeons way back when. When I first started, it was the Radeon, whatever. It was ATI Radeon card. And I can't remember why I picked that one over NVIDIA. I don't know. I think NVIDIA looked like edgy, and I was like, I'm not down for that. NVIDIA was all like, yeah, gamers extreme.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me the red card.
Yeah.
Which I had the red card for a while, and then I'll tell you what swayed me was their PhysX stuff. Like, they would show off Borderlands and Batman and a couple of other games with their PhysX things, and like all the, like, Batman Arkham City had Arkham City had like the newspapers flying everywhere. Like, he would walk across the floor and you'd see the stuff get out of the way for him. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. It was all of that PhysX stuff. And that kind of switched me over to NVIDIA just to experience that when I did. But actually, I've stuck with them since then. And now, obviously, not because of that. They haven't updated the physics. They don't need to in years.
If it ain't broke.
Right. They don't need to. And I don't know that mini games really it's not a thing anymore. It's not a point of contention,
Yeah.
It's not a selling point on the box anymore. But their ray tracing is. So, yeah. Yeah, the AMD card. Yeah, so it's going to be it's good to see that if we can see it, but that we can see what they're going to be offering, and then I don't know when we're going to get news on the AMD cards, so that we can have some competition there.
Yeah,
because that's always good. Daniel says, if you can afford it, NVIDIA is better, and I've mostly been an AMD guy because I spend my money on things that will kill me. I had so many problems with AMD. Never had a single problem with the NVIDIA card I once had. Never had a problem with either card. I've had like I said, I had the ATI card back when it was ATI, and there was no problem. And then I switched over to NVIDIA when I did a build in 2012. Yeah, my 2012 was when I switched to NVIDIA, and got the 680. And I've stuck with them since. And really, this will be my third NVIDIA card. I've had one Radeon card, and this will be my third NVIDIA card. The 680 or 670. I think it was six. I think it was six. It was a 680, then a 980 Ti, and then now moving on to this. So, yeah. What else do we have? Xbox Series X launches in November. Well, duh. There was more confirmation that, it's going to be launching in November.
Yeah.
We kind of knew that. The Control, the Ultimate Edition of Control will include a free upgrade to Series X, but the current owners who own Control will not get that free upgrade. Yeah. You know how they do in the games where you buy it now, you'll get the free upgrade.
Now you get
to
the free
Series
upgrade
X.
later, yeah.
Which, another thing is interesting is that Valhalla, is it Valhalla? Or was it? No, it was Watch Dogs Legion.
Okay.
The PS5 copy costs $60. The PS4 copy cost $50. The PS4 copy comes with a free upgrade to the PS5 copy.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. That was interesting. What else do we have? Yeah, okay. That's pretty much it. That was pretty much everything there. So, I want to thank everybody that joined us in the chat room here. See, it didn't update. I know there's more people in there, but it hasn't updated. I still have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still have 7 people in the chat room. But yeah, it has not updated. Let's see if I do a refresh. Let me do a reload. I lose all that conversation, but whatever. I'm about to lose all that conversation right now anyway. So let's see. Hey, look at there. Thank you. The name is Bond 007. Ooh, thunder.
Yeah, that confirms it.
Sweet Hallie? I don't know. Stephen Van Dam, Retro, Moltile, Lurks, Lethal Migraine, Hot Local Mom. Somebody named Feet, Goro187, Drunk Degenerates, Daniel or Conciliator, Commander Root, Casket Sharp, Bristle Rich?
Yeah, Bristle Rich.
Bristle Rich, okay.
Dang, there's no funny spelling either. It is feet.
There's just feet. Can you imagine, like, that guy or girl got feet?
Yeah.
They got feet.
Original.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to put numbers
It's not
or
like
no number
feet
store,
two
no
or
underscore,
something like that.
There's
Exactly.
no underscore, no number. It's just feet. So there you go, folks. Just get common.
Congratulations.
Common things. Yeah, there you go.
How could you, either you're a really early adopter or just nobody thought of it until you did. A10, Arioka, and AC Wraith. Thank you all for joining us in the chat room. And thank you guys, everybody. What is it? Broadcaster, in-game chat, moderators, users. He's typing all the stuff there. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us on the show and listening on the stream and on the radio. We really appreciate it. Everybody who grabs each week from iTunes or wherever you get our show for later use. We appreciate it. Even you, Feet. Thank you so much.
Especially Feet.
Feet, don't fail us now.
Come back next time.
Exactly. I kind of hate that we're taking next week off because we got all these people here. I hope they show up next week. But yeah, a rare sort of middle of the month no show type thing. Mm-hmm. Look, I'm not going to Seattle this year, so there's likely to be a Labor Day weekend show. So that because I'm not going to Seattle, so not doing PAX this year. So anyway,
yeah, we had a bunch of cancellations, convention-wise too. So
no Dragon Con,
no AWA.
Oh, there's virtual Dragon Con.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I know. Go to ingamechat.net. Join us on Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our Twitch stream that we're doing here, and Steam group, Discord, all that stuff. Just join us. We really appreciate it always. You guys have a fantastic week. And we will see you in 2 weeks. We'll see you a week after next. Here's music from a great name of a game called Darkestville Castle. It's the main menu music. We'll see you later.